What's happening, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 23 of my favorite 31 albums of the 70s. It's the countdown we're doing each and every day here in the month of October 2023. 31 days in a month, we're picking out our 31 favorite albums across all genres released during the 1970s. So hard rock and metal, pop, rock, psych, southern rock, proto-metal, proto-prog, progressive rock, jazz, fusion, folk, polka, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all up for grabs here this month. So while we've done separate months for most of these genres throughout the 70s, now we're putting them all together in one big pot of stew and picking out the ones that rise to the top, the 31 favorites out of all of them, out of the hundreds of them, because the 70s was a great, great decade for music, as we all can agree. So today, for my pick number 23, this is a debut album from this American band, released February 10th, 1978, recorded at Sunset Sound Recorders in Hollywood, California, produced by Ted Templeman for Warner Brothers Records. Yes, indeed, and likely not to be the last debut album produced by Ted Templeman this month. Van Halen. That's right, the debut album. The heavy rock album that changed the musical landscape forever. Gave us one of the most exciting guitar players on the planet since a guy named James Hendrix, right? About a decade before. So, of course, David Lee Roth, lead vocals, Eddie Van Halen, guitars, backing vocals, Michael Anthony, bass, backing vocals, and Alex Van Halen on drums. Yes, indeed. Short and sweet, to the point, and oh so exciting. I can still listen to this album today and hear just what excited all of us so much back in the day. It's still a terrific debut. It still crackles with energy and this kind of like WTF, where did these guys come from kind of feel. I mean, it's just, there was nothing sounding like this at the time. This set the stage for so much stuff that would come later on in the 70s and certainly the 80s, right? Running with the Devil. I mean, a great bass line and a skyrocketing, fiery, metallic guitars. The shrieks of David Lee Roth, right? And you got Eruption, all that crazy stuff. I mean, who was doing anything like that at the time? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. You Really Got Me. One of the great covers of all time, right? The original song by the Kinks is amazing. It's legendary. But, man, this cover, woo, takes it to another level. Ain't Talking About Love. Arguably my favorite song on the album and one of my favorite Van Halen songs of all time. That guitar lick at the beginning is just amazing. The riff is chugging. So good. I'm the One. I'm the One. Probably the most underrated song on this album. I'm the One is absolutely terrific. And over on side 2, you got kind of the fun, sleazy song, Jamie's Crying. You got Atomic Punk. How heavy metal is that, right? Feel Your Love Tonight. More of a kind of mellow ballady pop type thing. Little Dreamer. Mid-paced, kind of brooding, right? Also excellent. You got the fun Ice Cream Man, right? Great take on that. How about that guitar solo on Ice Cream Man? Whoosh. And then, of course, On Fire. On Fire is completely on fire. And, how cool is, like, the shots of the band on here, right? I mean, this just screams like a new band wanting and ready to take over the world. It's just, yeah, great stuff. And I love the sound of this album. I mean, the production is just molten. Absolutely molten. Charts. Australia charts made it to number 17. Canada, number 18. Dutch charts, number 36. Japan, number 44. New Zealand, 22. UK, 34. And US Billboard, 19. Only made it to number 19. Kind of strange, right? As far as the singles released here, You Really Got Me was released here in the States in 78, of course. Made it to number 36 on the Hot 100 singles charts. And then Running with the Devil also came out the same year. That made it to number 84. Certifications. Here we go. Canada, 4 times platinum, 400,000 units sold. Finland, gold, 25,000 units sold. France, gold, 100,000 units sold. Germany, gold, 250,000 units sold. Netherlands, platinum, 100,000 units sold. UK, gold, 100,000 units sold. And here in the States, diamond, 10 million copies sold. Isn't it interesting how this peaked at, what did I say, number 19? Peaked at number 19. That was the highest it got on the US charts. Yet it still sold 10 million copies. That's because like the legacy and the legend of Van Halen continued to grow. So while they kept releasing albums that made them even more and more popular. The back catalog were just steady, constant sellers. So even though when this was first released, maybe didn't do gangbuster business right out of the gate, all these Van Halen albums have continued to sell in ridiculous numbers all throughout certainly the latter part of the 70s, but really going into the 80s. Right, as each of these albums, like 1984 was a huge seller, even 5150, all those, Fair Warning, all these albums sold a lot because they were just constantly selling. So this didn't just come out and sell 10 million copies right out of the gate. Probably sold easily a couple million in 78 and 79, but it's as the 80s went on, and as they kept recertifying these albums, this catalog just keeps selling over time. And again, I don't know when the last time they certified went and did the numbers on this album or any of the Van Halen catalog, but I would assume that they're continually doing this every couple of years is my guess, but who knows. So anyway, that is my pick for today. One of the great debuts of all time, Van Halen, self-titled. Let us know what you think of this down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 23, and we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 22. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts, and please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below in the video description we have the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page where you can get all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility stuff, and our Cameo page in case you're interested in having me do a personalized video for you. So all that's down below. Thank you in advance for all your support there, and we'll see you, later on today. Of course, tonight is Hudson Valley Squares night, so we'll see you tonight for a cool show about bands or artists we really don't like all that much, but one song by them we really love a lot. So that's coming up tonight, so don't miss that. Until then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.